Welcome to Connor's Country Acre. Today's going to be a little bit of a blog video. I didn't think I'd be doing anything like this, but this last week's been quite the week. I got a video that we're editing right now, and this is going to come out before that, but in that video I mentioned that this is a good old-fashioned winter. Well, after this last week we have passed that, and we are into a record-breaking winter. Last week I took a day off, Wednesday, actually 2 weeks ago, I guess, and tried to shovel as much as I could because we had a lot of snow and there was a forecast of warm weather and rain, and I knew that would make everything really heavy. I was able to get some of the stuff done, and I had help on our house, and we got the bigger piles of snow off the house, so everything was safe for that warm-up. And what I did not know is after that warm-up is we had a big snowstorm coming. Part of the county dealt with it for 3 or 4 days. We dealt with it for 2 days, but in that 2 days we got probably 4 to 5 feet of snow. It was crazy. I think it started Monday night. Tuesday when I went to leave for work, snow was coming over the hood of my truck. My Silverado leaving the driveway. It was the same on my side road that I live on. And when I got to the main road, I ended up getting stuck because that had been plowed a little bit, and the snow piled up at the end of the road, plus having to slow down a lot because I couldn't see around the corners because of all the snow. I got buried there. It took about a half hour. Finally, a Good Samaritan stopped and helped me out. I got back to the house and I called into work. I was not going to chance getting stuck anymore and dress slacks. During this storm, I know our highway department was putting in long hours. They did an amazing job. But there was so much snow that our side road here was down to one lane for 2 days, 2.5 days. Yesterday, they were able to come through and open us up finally. They started off with a V-plow on an old Oshkosh that was just hogging into the banks, and then they had the wing out to try and shelf the tops back. Then they followed it up with a couple very large snow blowers. I believe it was the state brought in. I wish I'd have got video of it because they had 2 of them on the road going each way, and they actually passed each other right in front of my house. These things are amazing. The working end of them just will take anything and chew through it. This snowbank behind me, that's as tall as I am, or more, definitely more. They were able to take in one swipe, and there was still more room to feed snow into it. And they just chewed through and pushed everything back as far as they could. The town then backed it up with another plow to clean up, or with another plowing to clean up the road, and then they sent the large front end loader around to help open up driveways so people could see and safely get out of their driveways. You can see they push back here on this side and then push back on that side. And all the work they did to get us opened up is greatly appreciated. All right, there's some heavy snow. I don't know if you saw it in the background, but a limb just came down off of that tree. During Monday night through Wednesday morning, the fire department, I think, responded to 23 calls. I made it to about 18 of them. A lot of them were wires down, trees down, some EMS calls, and we did respond to a couple collapses, building collapses, and there were some unreported building collapses to us that occurred. One, definitely the biggest one, was the neighbor to my backyard. It's a large wire manufacturing plant, and they lost probably 70 to 75% of their building in 2 different collapses. The first one was near shift change. Maybe not, 5:30. Not sure when their shift changes. Somebody heard the building cracking, was smart enough, they evacuated everybody, and a large portion came down. And then later that morning, another section collapsed. The fire department was dispatched to a church at the corner where I got stuck. That had the gathering hall, had the roof collapse on that. The next morning we went to a hardwood floor manufacturing facility. They had a portion of their warehouse collapse. The force of the air when that roof collapsed blew 2 12 by 12 overhead garage doors right off the frame and track on a adjacent warehouse a couple 100 feet away, right out into the driveway the doors went. Some other collapses. There was a cold storage facility that I've seen collapsed, and a unoccupied trailer I saw collapse. This snow is just amazing with the weight of it. A lot of people were out shoveling before, and they've been out shoveling after, shoveling the same stuff they just cleared off. You can see my shed over there. The taller parts where I got it cleaned off the first time. What's on the roof now is what's all compressed after the storm that happened earlier this week. It was 4 days ago now the storm ended. 3 days, 4 days. I don't know, time flies when you're living in a not so winter wonderland. I've had somebody after the storm come over and help shovel off my roof again. You can see kind of over there, and they took 3 foot off of that portion of the house, and I appreciate their help with that. You can see the side-by-side stuck. During the storm, I was able to keep up with the driveway, but I just ran out of room to push it. I was trying to open up the path back to the pole barn, but that's not going to happen for a couple different reasons now. We got a call from our propane company stating that they couldn't deliver, but they understood with the storm, but we needed to dig out a path, so that's what I just got done doing today. Dug out through here. Still a lot of snow piled up here. We'll take you down. Hopefully you can see. And we'll come over here to the propane tank. You can see how buried that is. There's the snow on top, the fill valves, and there's still snow on the ground halfway up the tank. Over here is the side of the house. Those cement blocks are at least 4 feet tall before you get to the house. But the biggest thing we had happen to us is kind of heartbreaking. My wife quit a full-time job a while ago to go to school, college, full-time. And at that point, we cashed in her retirement. And one of the things we did with her retirement was to build our pole barn. And we built it ourselves with help of contractor family members. It was a great building for us. But Friday morning, it fell down. We had insurance on it, called the insurance company. Our boat was in there. First time in 3 years we had it in the pole barn. The boat was not insured, and our agent told us right up front that that would be not covered as part of the contents. But we opened a claim, and then late yesterday evening we got a call from the adjuster and told us that our policy did not include snow and ice damage. So our pole barn and my wife's retirement is just a pile of rubble now. Other notable things under that snow somewhere: some simple stuff such as lawn wagon, wheelbarrow, wood chipper, lawnmower is in there. The somewhere in that hole is the snowblower that saved us in our earlier storm, the beginning of January. There were some steel weed eater, and for Christmas my wife got me a steel tree or limb saw with the detachable head that you could put different items on. That's in there somewhere. Steel chainsaw, just pretty much everything that you want to keep in your house was in there. On the back of our house, this is after it's been shoveled again. Still needs more. There was 3 foot taken off the back also. On the right it self-dumps pretty good, but with the joining of the 2 buildings there, that corner does not empty out at all. It needs to be manually shoveled. So that's still on the to-do list. The camper, I shoveled the day I took vacation, but we'll need to get back up there. Just a lot of work to do. I'd really like to work on getting stuff out of the pole barn, but as you saw, there is more snow than you could believe in there, and we're not going to get in there till the snow melts. I was hoping to, at first, one of the bright sides were I figured I could bring you guys along on building a new pole barn, but with it not being insured, you'll get to see us clean up the mess. Probably have a fire and a party with some of the debris. I'll try and save what I can to make maybe a wood storage or something, whatever I can make out of it. But that is what's happening in my life right now, and this winter's been a little rough, but this last storm has taken it right out of me. Trying to stay positive, knowing people lost businesses, their jobs. The wire mill employed 80 people. I know a friend lost a horse arena. Bowling alley went down. A village wellness center went down in the area. It's been rough, but we will power through, get our life back to normal as it is. Joy is over at the Legion running a crockpot cook-off that she's done for years, and she wasn't going to let this stop her. I may go over, I don't know. But not sending this video out for sympathy or donations or anything, just sharing another day in the life on Connor's Country Acre. Thanks for watching. Stick around. We'll have some better, more uplifting videos soon. Thanks for watching.